One dog breed was built to lock its jaw and never let go. Not by accident, by design. Every dangerous dog on this list was engineered by humans for a specific, brutal job. The danger isn't a bug. It's the feature we asked for. This is the truth about the dogs we bred to be weapons, and what happens when we forget what we built. American Pit Bull Terrier. The pit bull, descended from dogs bred to fight bulls, then bred to fight each other. 19th century England needed a dog for bull baiting, pinning a bull by the nose and holding on while it thrashed. Old English bulldogs did the pinning. Terriers added speed and grip. Breeders crossed them. The result, a dog with a stocky, muscular frame and a bite built for holding, not slashing. When bull baiting was banned in 1835, breeders didn't stop. They moved the dogs into pits against each other. Gameness, the refusal to quit a fight, even while injured, became the trait breeders selected for above all else. Not aggression toward people, aggression toward other dogs, paired with total compliance toward handlers, since a fighting dog that turned on its own owner mid-match was worthless. That's the twist most people miss. The pit bull was bred for dog aggression and human loyalty at the same time. Two selection pressures, opposite targets. Modern bite force studies place the pit bull's bite around 235 pounds per square inch. Not the strongest bite in the dog world. What makes the breed statistically overrepresented in fatal attacks in the U.S. isn't raw bite force. It's grip and hold behavior selected over centuries, combined with sheer population size and inconsistent breeding standards today. Most dogs bite and release. This one was built to bite and stay. Rottweiler. The Rottweiler, a cattle-driving dog from the Roman Empire, repurposed into one of the strongest bite forces on Earth. Roman legions marched cattle across the Alps for food. They needed dogs to drive the herds and guard the meat at night. Those dogs settled in the German town of Rottweil, where butchers later strapped coin purses to their collars, trusting the dogs to guard the money better than any lock. That guarding instinct never left. Bite force testing puts the Rottweiler at roughly 328 pounds per square inch, nearly 40% harder than the pit bull. The jaw and skull structure evolved to crush, not just grip, wide, powerful, built for controlling something many times its own body weight. Here's the mechanism most people don't know. Rottweilers were bred to make independent decisions in the field, deciding on their own which cattle to push, which threats to confront, without waiting for a command. That same trait, without proper socialization, becomes a dog deciding on its own who's a threat and who isn't. Most guard breeds were built to react to commands. This one was built to judge situations itself. If you're finding these breeds half as fascinating as I am, drop your favorite one in the comments. Doberman pinscher. The Doberman, invented by one German tax collector who wanted a dog that could think like a bodyguard. In the 1890s, Karl Friedrich Louis Doberman collected taxes in a dangerous German town and wanted personal protection on his rounds. He had access to the local dog pound and bred what was on hand. Rottweilers, German pinschers, possibly greyhounds and Weimaraners, chasing one trait above all: fast, trainable intelligence. The result is consistently ranked among the top 5 most intelligent dog breeds by working dog researchers, alongside Border Collies and German Shepherds. Dobermans learn a new command in fewer than 5 repetitions in most trials, and obey a first command over 95% of the time. The micro twist. That same intelligence made the Doberman one of the first breeds used by the U.S. Marine Corps in the Pacific during World War II, where they were trained to detect ambushes and mines. One Doberman, named Kurt, is the only dog with a name individually listed on the War Memorial at Guam. Most dangerous breeds are dangerous because of instinct. This one is dangerous because it outthinks you. Cane Corso. The Cane Corso, an Italian war dog, descended from animals that marched into battle with Roman soldiers. The name comes from the Latin coerce, meaning guardian or protector, the same root word used for a cohort of Roman soldiers. Ancient depictions show these Mastiff-type dogs wearing spiked armored collars, deployed to charge enemy lines and knock riders off horses. After Rome fell, the breed shifted jobs, but not size. Corsos worked Italian farms, hunting wild boar and guarding livestock from wolves, animals that could weigh over 200 pounds. That meant selecting for dogs willing to grapple something bigger than themselves and not back down. A modern Cane Corso can weigh up to 120 pounds, built almost entirely from lean muscle rather than the loose skin and bulk of other Mastiffs. Less mass wasted on padding. More mass turned directly into force. Most livestock guardians were bred to scare predators off. This one was bred to physically stop them. Presa Canario. The Presa Canario. Bred on the Canary Islands for one job most breeders won't admit: catching cattle by the neck and holding them still. Farmers there needed a dog that could subdue loose or aggressive cattle without killing them, a catch dog, gripping the neck and pinning the animal until a handler arrived. That single job, selected for an enormous head, a broad jaw, and a temperament that stays calm mid-grip instead of thrashing. Spain officially recognized the breed only in 1982. Before that, isolated island breeding kept the line unusually consistent. Few outside dogs to dilute the traits farmers were selecting for. The twist: Presa Canarios were also used in the 1990s in illegal dogfighting rings specifically because catchdog genetics translate directly into holding an opponent down without releasing. The same trait that made them useful on a farm made them exploitable in a pit. Most working breeds get repurposed by accident. This one got repurposed on purpose. Chow Chow. The Chow Chow. A 2,000-year-old Chinese breed statistically linked to more reported bites toward its own owners than almost any other dog. Chow Chows originated in northern China, used for hunting, herding, and guarding temples. One of the oldest recognizable dog breeds still alive today, appearing in Han Dynasty artwork from over 2,000 years ago. Unlike breeds engineered for obedience, Chows were selected largely for independence and territorial instinct, since temple guard dogs needed to act without constant human direction. Here's the mechanism. Chows have unusually small, deep-set eyes with a narrow field of peripheral vision and a stiff-legged gait that limits how quickly they reposition. Combined with a temperament that dislikes being touched unexpectedly, this creates a dog that startles more easily than most breeds and reacts defensively rather than retreating. Insurance industry bite claim data consistently places the Chow Chow near the top of claims filed, despite the breed rarely appearing on dangerous dog legislation lists most people know. Most dangerous dogs get their reputation from strength. This one gets it from how the world looks through its eyes. Wolf-dog hybrid. The wolf-dog hybrid. Not a breed. A genetic gamble between an animal we tamed and one we never did. Crossing a domestic dog with a gray wolf produces an animal with unpredictable inherited traits, since domestication rewired dozens of genes tied to fear response, sociability, and reaction to strangers over roughly 15,000 years. A hybrid can inherit any ratio of those genes, with no way to predict the mix from appearance alone. Wolves reach sexual maturity later than dogs and never fully lose a wolf's instinctive wariness of unfamiliar humans, a trait dogs had bred out of them for millennia. A hybrid raised exactly like a dog can still hit an adolescent phase, where wolf genetics override the socialization it received as a puppy. The U.S. has no federal ban, but over 40% of states restrict or ban wolf dog ownership outright, and the CDC does not classify the rabies vaccine as legally effective in hybrids, since it was never tested on them. Most dangerous breeds are dogs we shaped. This one is a wolf we only partly did. Every dog on this list was dangerous by design, not by accident. We built jaws that don't release. We built minds that decide on their own. We built bodies meant to stop something twice their size. The truth isn't that these breeds are broken. It's that we're still living with the blueprints we wrote centuries ago, and most owners today have no idea they're holding one.